Hello, future comedy show world. We're on the internet, baby. We got Cam Rowe here, one of my good friends, stand-up comedian, TED Talk extraordinaire, star of Storage Hunters.
I don't know how many years it's been, but you finally said it right.
I wanted to make sure I got it right. I did. Sometimes I messed it up a lot in the beginning, but now I got it. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Future Comedy Show LiveCast. This is my buddy Cam Rowe. He's going to be on two shows this weekend, in Oscoda and in Midland, Michigan. Friday and Saturday, Black Friday and Saturday. I'm excited. I'm excited to have you, man. You rip it up every time.
Thank you, man. And what up, yo? Or as we say in the suburbs, hello, how are you?
Yeah. So people were saying that they seen you in somewhere up north, and they're excited about coming to see you. Boom, 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 in Oscoda. Hand pink waving. What up, Rick Bennett? We got people popping in from the YouTube, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I love when YouTube people watch, because I got a bigger following on Facebook, but now this is going to Facebook, Twitter, or X.com, and YouTube, and then the Future Comedy Show cast. How long you been doing? How long you been performing for?
Dude, I've been doing comedy since actually the end of 2012 is when I officially started. Like I tried it a little bit before then, but consistently 2012.
And so I met you when you first were starting at the Ha North Hollywood. You were there, and Jack was having you work for spots working the door.
For spots, shout out to Jack. I was working for spots. That means I wasn't getting $1, but I asked him. I went to Jack, like, Jack, can I work for some stage time? And Garcia, what's that guy's first name?
Jeff Garcia.
Jeff Garcia saw me. He said, "Dude, you're working for stage." He's like, "Man, you're gonna be good." So he let me open up for him. That's
crazy. I didn't get paid, but I did. One of my first like gigs was for Jeff Garcia's birthday party. Yeah. I don't remember what town it was in, but I remember being like the first guy and like going up cold. Like they like gave me like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I like crushed the 3 minutes, and they're like lighting the shit out of me. Like, all right, time to get off. You know, like dude, that's what's up.
Jeff was like big time. Like I didn't realize,
especially
for a new comedian, for him to do that was awesome.
Yeah, and I talked to Jeff at the Dirty at 12:30, and he's really a really smart business person as well. Like he's like, it's crazy how some people, they're unknown to like the world, but to like a certain population, Jeff Garcia is a huge comic. Like people know him definitely all over Los Angeles and California.
Oh yeah, like I couldn't believe it. Like he had his own little entourage and posse, and it was like he took me to the some of the hood places too. I was like, Jeff, I got to get up out of here, man.
So for the people that are watching that don't know you, how you were doing stand-up comedy not for that long, and then you got picked up for Storage Hunters, which is famous in the UK, and then mostly in the US for people who had True TV. How'd that come about?
I was walking down the street on Hollywood Boulevard, and this bald-headed white dude came up to me and said, "Hey, man, you want to be my security guard?" And I was like, "No, I can't even fight." He was like, no, on my TV show. He was like, "I'm a stand-up comedian. I just got my show picked up on the air." And I was like, dude, yeah. Well, look, actually, like, let me back up. So my buddy that I was rooming with at the time, Alejandro, was begging me to go mail something for him because he forgot it. I said, no, I was just being lazy, like, no. So I finally did it, and I ran into Sean and got on that show because of that. That was fake, man.
Right time, right place.
Right time, right place. I did one episode, and they liked me so much they kept me on for 3 seasons. So Sean was a comedian as well, and he said, how long have I been doing comedy? I was doing comedy like literally like 3 weeks, and I told him I've been doing comedy 6 months so I could sound like I was a vet. And
yeah, like that made any difference? Like that now that we've been doing it for 12 years.
I know.
Yeah, 6 months. I'm pretty much a veteran.
Yeah, 6 months, man. So
I'm pretty much Eddie Murphy over here.
Yeah. So he would take me around with him, have me open up for him. He had a Hooters on Hollywood Boulevard that I would open up for him. Jimmy O Yang, who's a super freaking star now.
Oh yeah, didn't he just did a movie, didn't he? About comedy.
Yes. Yep. He did a movie with Cedric the Entertainer about comedy. He He signed with CAA, which is one of the biggest comedy agencies in the world. He's in a movie with Melissa McCarthy right now, and I'm so proud of him, man. He's just big time. Book me, Jimmy. Put me in the movie, please.
That's what you're hoping. Well, that's what I'm hoping. Hopefully you get famous enough. I'll come do a cameo on you.
I'll hook you up. And first of all, when I get famous, all my boys seriously come at me like, Cam, what's up? I promise you, man. Hit me up.
You'll be like the Black Adam Sandler.
Yeah. I swear, man. I swear.
You'll just have all the entourage. I'll be like that guy. You can do it. I'll be Rob Schneider. I don't give a shit. You can be Adam Sandler. I like to think I'm like the Adam Sandler of the group, but if you get that spot, I'm down. I'll be Rob Schneider. I
promise you, man. You're coming. I'm telling you, man. I got my whole team of people because you guys are funny anyway, dude. You know what I mean? Like, especially you. Like, you can fucking riff and just say whatever you want. Like, dude, yeah. The squad
is here.
Yeah.
So when you got that at first, did any of it go to your head? Did you big time people when you got back on things, or were you pretty like down to earth still?
I was super down to earth, especially if you're on a show like nothing against Storage Hunters, but if you're on a show like that in LA, nobody gives a care. Really, like nobody gives a damn, right? They're like, I said it on a show, like, you know, as my credit. It was like, dude, just don't say that shit.
They're like, just tell them you perform at the Hooters on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah. But, you know, like when I came back to Michigan, everybody's like, oh, Storage Hunters. I was like, all right, cool. You know?
Yeah, well, I think people in Michigan are like super excited to see anybody who is willing to come to Michigan and get out into because I mean, there's so much territory to go. And I mean, like, people are excited to see people. They're like, thank you for coming. Thanks for coming to my town.
Dude, and there's so many people moving here. Like, I don't even know. Do you know? I don't know if you know. I talked to Maranzio Vance. He said he was thinking about moving here. He was on like the George Lopez show sitcom. He's been on the Tonight Show. You got to book Maranzio, man. If he's really serious about moving out here, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's nice to get some fresh faces on the show and people that want to work and they want to see you go. Let's see here. My Uncle Rich is popping in here. Stay hungry, funny man. I am starving. I'm ready for Thanksgiving, baby. Bring the turkey. Buddy Chuck Bates is here. He's saying, what up? Future Comedy Show regular. Look at him repping that right there. Future Comedy Show shirt and the Future Comedy Show background. That's why he's the shit, dude. Chuck is the shit. Marty, giving us all these stars.
What's up, Marty?
The funny thing is, so this is what it says. You can support me by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content, right? But people think they just send star emojis. They don't. That doesn't send me nothing. You gotta send cash.
Stop being cheap.
That's funny. Tam White, what up, though? Tam.
Oh,
look at her.
Shout out Tam.
Yeah.
Show yesterday at the Royal Oak Theater with her boy Joe Dombrowski. Do you know him?
Oh
man, that show was bro. First of all, he sold out the theater. Tam opened for him. She crushed. He murdered. The feature was funny too, man. It was crazy.
That's what's up. And Tam looks great in her profile picture. Look at that. Look at that star, dude.
I know. Tam
she's flexing on that. Tam looks. She's got a $1 million smile right there.
Yeah.
Let me see here. We got L Limoncello. Nice choice. Yeah. This podcast livecast is sponsored by Limoncello. And if Limoncello, if you've seen that, please send some stars. There we go. We got Erica from Jackson. He's saying, hi, guys. What's up?
What's up?
Tam White's throwing some hard eyes at us. buttering those eyelashes at us. That's nice.
Look at Mike. Mike was like, Tam looks good in her profile.
I love that.
I'm trying to holler, Tam.
That's what's up. So we got a couple of shows. You've done Midland before. You crushed Midland last time, and you know who's a big fan of you is my stepdad Tom. My stepdad Tom.
Man, I love Tom.
He's like you were great, but I love Cam. I was like, oh well, thanks, dude. It's Omar, baby.
What up, Omar?
You know Omar?
I think so.
Omar's a comic from LA, right?
Oh, Omar, remember me? You don't remember me, Omar?
It was funny because Omar and I stayed in this house, right? That had 30 people living in it. Like it was like some like Ukrainian guy owned this place, and it had like 5 bedrooms and 30 people in it. Dude. And Omar and I were in the freaking house, like in this freaking crazy house with like all these different artists and shit. Like, I mean, there was like like people that were trying to do movies, and there was like a professional poker player. Then there was like a model. He was like a gay dude. He was pretty funny. And then there was Omar, and then there was Noel, and one guy who worked at Hardee's. Like it was just like a crazy place. Like you could live there for like
a movie.
Yeah, it was like $200 a month, or like $250 a month to like share all these rooms. But there was 30 people, so the Ukrainian guys cleaning up, doing all these houses. And let me see. The house was like the real world. It was.
That's funny.
And I was like,
a screenplay about that.
It was crazy. And I was like, I'm like a pretty clean person. I'm like, oh, this, and it was like, nobody gave a shit about the kitchen. It was like the grossest fucking kitchen you'd ever see. There's like ramen noodles in the sinkhole. You're like, God damn it. And like one day I spent like the whole day. I'm like, I'm going to make it clean for everybody. And it was literally one day and it was dirty. I was like, oh, fuck that. Let me see this.
Oh, I couldn't do that. Like I don't leave food and stuff. I'm not junky like that. Now, like my wife would tell you, I leave clothes on the floor. I probably do that. And, I don't hang those up like I should, but food and stuff, I can't do that, man.
I think the worst thing about being your roommate would be that you snore so fucking loud. Oh my God. Yeah. So if the viewers at home, one time I did a show with Cam, and Cam burying me is not a new thing. That's a new. He literally went and did a show, right? He was hosting for me, and I was featuring for Dave Landau, I think, or something like that, up at the Treetops. And we got a hotel up there, and you snored so fucking loud, I didn't get a wink of sleep. And then it's like the Jolly Green fucking giant, dude. I couldn't sleep. I was like dead the next day. We had another show in Saginaw. I remember that one. And then I like bombed again at that one. And then the girl I was dating's grandma like heckled me the whole fucking show. I remember this.
Funniest story. The girl's grandma, that makes me laugh every time you say
Dude,
that.
and she was getting me good too. I mean, like I had nothing. I was like, hey, you can't fuck my granddaughter and shit like that. Let me see. We got Mark. Nope. He said, I'll be down the road from you in 2 Saturdays in Sanford. Oh yeah, check out Mark.
What's up, Mark?
Yeah, they got that Sanford bowling alley down there. Real nice venues, nice and intimate, and good lighting, good sound. I don't know about the sound, but it looks like a nice stage. So go check out Mark. He'll be in Sanford. Great comic. He's been doing it forever. And if you're in town, well, I'll be out of town. I'll be at a different gig. But do it. The house was like the real world. Yes, it was. Look at this. Oh, Troy Courtney, what's up? He's like, what's up, big fellas?
What's up, Troy?
Troy from the Detroit cast on here. He's a Detroit man, killing the game. Ashley Bean says hello, Ashley Bean, looking good in your thing there. Omar got a gym membership because I didn't want to use the shower. Yeah. That was I'm pretty sure I got my first case of athlete's foot there from that shower. And that's actually where my joke came from about about having roommates and the loofah being all wet and soapy and not, you're like, why is the wet? Yeah, that was that joke about how roommates play games like Clue. Why is my loofah all wet and soapy? Yeah, that's good. Maggie Zimmerman says, little heart. We love her. Thanks for coming out to the show in Ithaca, Maggie. We love you. Always.
And thank you for being my security always. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you do need a security guard, and she would do it. Omar said he's proud of us. Thanks. We've been working our ass off.
She really did. A dude was heckling me on the show, and Mags was about to take care of him. I said, thank you. That's my security over here. And meanwhile, I'm like 10 times the size as Mags, but she had my back. I appreciate that.
Well, I like when she comes to the show, because I don't like, as a performer, I don't like to tell people to shut up. You know what I mean? But like, literally, I'm there like trying to mentally send it to them with my brain. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Especially if they're not engaged in the show and they're just talking to each other. You're like, please just pay attention. You're ruining it for everybody. You're ruining the essence. And I'm trying to send it, but I don't want to be the guy, because I'm like, hey, will you be quiet? Because nobody wants to be told to be quiet. You know what I mean? I don't want to tell somebody to shut up and then have to go on stage and these guys, this motherfucker. Right. I don't like to do that. Look at that. Maggie says, I got you, Cam.
Always. I love Mags.
Yeah, Mags is the shit. Yo, so this is cool. This is what, which is, I thought was very awesome, is that you did a TED Talk recently in Detroit. Detroit had their own independently operated TED Talk, and you were on there. And what was your message to these kids?
That's right, people. I'm super professional. No, so well, first of all, when I was headlining Mark Ridley's, my main man Mike Jeter came up to me after the show and said I'd be good for the TED Talk. So he actually gave me the idea is that you should talk about overcoming expectations, because people expected me to be this basketball player because of my father, and also, you know, I got athletes in my family, but my thing was comedy. So I said, hey, you just got to overcome other people's expectations and find your true passion in life. So.
Yeah, and so people that don't know, your dad was a star NBA basketball player for the Pistons and the UCLA Bruins, right? No, that's right?
Yeah, Bruins, and the Pistons just ranked him, which I found out last year, top 25 Detroit Pistons in Piston history.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
25, but still, you know.
He just made the cut. They're like, hey. That's what's up. If he would have been any higher, you would have not even. You would have been like top 17 NBA.
Exactly. He's 25, but you know he made it, so you know, good for him, man.
That's awesome, because there's really not that many basketball players. It's, you know, basketball is not a big like roster. You only get you know, maybe 10 or 12 spots, or you know,
10 or 12 spots do it, and it's like it can get competitive. I mean, if I wasn't 6'9" and the son of an NBA player, I wouldn't be on any basketball team. So, but it's
yeah, I'm playing Sundays at the middle school against the guys. We're all, you know, 35 to 40 years old. Great show, dude, guys. Thanks, Peggy.
These kids are young. I mean, they're good now, man. These, like, even at the gym, these dudes can play.
Dude, I watched a little bit of the Pistons this season, and they looked really athletic, but they can't get a win. They got like 2 wins this year. I was excited.
Like, they're super. You gotta think they were all stars in college. Like, I used to work for the Pistons. I saw Darko working out by himself. He was making every shot. He was looking good. I'm like, man, this dude looks like an NBA legend.
Yeah.
You know. And
then what happened? What do you think happened to Darko? Did he just like lose his confidence, or what?
I think it's mental with him, because if you like watched him play at his size, what he's like 7'1", you be like, dude, this dude is like legit. I can see why he got picked so high in the draft. It's all up here for him, for sure.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he's missing the people back home. Yeah. We got Mark Nope. He said, great show, guys. Have fun this weekend. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you soon. We'll see you at a show, and have a good time in Sanford. Shout out the Sanford Bowling Alley. They'll be having Mark next in 2 weekends. But you don't have to wait that long. You can see the Future of Comedy show this Saturday at the Great Hall in Midland. You can get tickets on my website, www.mikeball.com. You can come see Cam Rowe, Eric Walensky, Nicole Melnick, 3-time Lansing's best comic, Nicole Melnick, and Steve Cass, Future Comedy Show regular. 5 comics, $20 this weekend. Holiday weekend, you're sitting there, your family, you just hung out with your family. Now you need to get out to go get a drink, have some laughs. We're the place to be. This Friday in Oscoda, this Saturday in Midland, Cam Rowe. This is good. What does your family do for Thanksgiving? Anything different, or you guys have it?
So actually for Thanksgiving, so what we do is we take my kids, my sister's kids, so my nieces and nephews, all the cousins, and we have we go downtown, we get 2 suites at the Marriott, and then we go to the parade the next day.
Damn. Okay.
So my wife usually watches all the kids, but she actually is going to New York because her aunt is not doing that well. So she's going to go see her aunt. So then my sister put me in charge of watching all these kids. It's like 15 kids. I'm like, I can't do that. She said, no, that's on Wednesday. She said, your show with Mike Ball's on Friday, Saturday. I said, oh, man. I got something to do, so she's making me watch all these kids.
That'd be hilarious. I feel like just all these kids, like you trying to grab them, like just fumbling. Yeah. They're like going through your legs.
And you know me, I'm a big teddy bear. Like, they treat me like a substitute teacher. They don't care how big I am. They're just loud, running around. I'm like a cop up in there, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, that sounds like a good tradition to do. Let's see here. Cool. Rick Bennett says, awesome shows, guys. Heading out for a while. Ball Chin says hi. Rick Bennett, thanks, buddy. Rick was at the Caro show, and That's hilarious. That's so hilarious. His wife got a nickname as Ball Chin. That it's just, sometimes you do these shows and everybody gets nicknames, and her name's Ball Chin, and I'm pretty sure I'll be putting up a clip about that here soon. Maggie says Cam daycare.
I know.
How do you feel about that? If comedy didn't work out for you, got canceled for some reason, they're like, oh shit, this guy, we're done with Cam, and you had to start a new profession. Would you do daycare?
Cam being, you know what? I do love kids. I am good with kids. I probably could do that, man. I could do a little daycare, but
how you gonna run a daycare if you don't got custody of your own kids? That's a Cam Rowe joke. Sorry, that's a really good joke.
It would be a ghetto daycare. It surely would, man.
That's what's up. And then Peggy says that she usually gets stuck behind a guy your size at the parade, and I'm guessing she's talking about you and not me.
Yeah, it's got to be me. It's got to be me. Peggy, if you do it, just push him out the way. I'm telling you.
Just put a finger in their butt crack and look at them. That's how you get them out of there. Well, damn. They'll be like, whoa, hey. Peggy, that's what's up. Oh yeah, we got a little ha. So hey, if you guys are enjoying this show, this is how you can help us out. Like and share the stream. Leave a comment. If you got any questions for Cam, lay them down. Once again, we'll be Friday and Saturday in freaking Oscoda and Midland, Michigan. MikeBall.com for tickets.
That's how they say it out there. They do that.
Oscoda. No, I think that's more Canadian. I was feeling like Oscoda. Maybe Minnesotian. Here we go. We got a comment here. Oh, Planet Grams here. Send you a star, not a problem. I call my people at the cloning clinic and ship myself to you. You got to pay the delivery fee. Keep shining, baby. Oh, that's dude. James Jenkins, bro. Gotta love him. Have you ever met James?
I think so. I think I have met James. That name sounds familiar.
So funny. I did a show with Mark Bono, and he's like, "Hey, man, I got this comic coming in, and he's riding the bus into Flint. Will you pick him up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, for sure, dude." And I pick up James from the bus stop, right? And in Planet, and at that time he was going by Planet Grams. He's like, "What's up? My name's Planet Grams, and I'm doing this." And a very genuine person. I love Planet Grams. I love, but definitely a wild boy. And he came to my show in my first ever headlining gig at a comedy club, San Diego Comedy Palace. Yeah. He came out, right, and he came out to support. I'm like, "That's what's up." And he's like. And I'm like, I'm going back to Vegas. I'm staying with my family in Vegas. So I'm about to drive up. And he's like, I'll go with you. I'm like, I don't know if he's like, I'll find somewhere to go. And he just hitched a ride, dude. Next thing I knew, he's like, I like seen him. He just had two girls outside the casino. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, pimping. I was like, what the?
So let me tell you about black people, Mike. When you say you're going somewhere, black people will invite themselves. Like, I'm gonna roll with you. You're like, I didn't ask you to come, sir.
That's why, but it's funny that he just went and then just he like found something to do in Vegas. He's like, I'll go to Vegas.
Yeah. Shout out to James, man. That's how you do it, James.
That's what awesome memories out there. That's for sure. Man, we're crushing this episode. A lot of live viewers, PBS numbers, 12 total watching right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Killing it.
Yeah, you never know. We just keep on adding them up. Let me see. What a question that people may have for you is what inspired you to get into comedy instead of basketball?
Man, you know what? My father used to love Richard Pryor, and he would just be laughing so loud every time it came on. And my mom she wouldn't let me watch that stuff, but when she would leave, my dad would let me watch his albums and stuff, like the live in concert and all that stuff. And I just watched his reaction and I just loved it. And I just, he let me watch Eddie Murphy Delirious and Eddie Murphy Raw. When I was in like first grade, Eddie Murphy Raw came out. So,
you watched that in first grade?
Yeah, in first grade. Like over and over again. Like he had bought it for me. And I was like,
that's hilarious.
I could relate to Eddie Murphy because he talked about Bill Cosby. And Bill Cosby was my favorite person on the Cosby. I never watched Cosby stand up as a kid, but just watching the Cosby, I wanted to be a Cosby kid. That was my whole thing.
Yeah.
So, when he made that joke about Bill Cosby, that was the funniest thing in the world to me. I could not believe he did that bit, and I just fell in love with it.
How'd that bit go? What was the bit for that?
So he's talking about how Bill Cosby is like, he called up Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy's so excited that he's getting a call from Bill Cosby, but Bill Cosby is like, he wants to talk to Eddie about his language. He's like, he's like, foul language. So Eddie said he goes to Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor's like, tell Bill I said have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up. And,
yeah.
But he imitates Bill Cosby so well, and the bit is just one of the best bits to this day.
And that's pretty interesting too, because I feel like Bill Cosby said this. Well, actually, Richard Pryor like used to work clean, right?
Yeah.
Like he had like a clean cut like act, and he was doing like the Tonight Show and doing all this, and he was pretty famous. And then kind of like something happened where he like snapped, and he was like, "Well, this is the real Richard Pryor."
So Bill Cosby was so, I don't think people understand. Bill Cosby was like the biggest comedian, not just black comedian. He's the biggest comedian like in the world. So
everybody loved him.
He just liked him. Yeah, everybody wanted to be like him. So Richard Pryor he would just like imitated Bill Cosby because he thought that's what was going to make him famous. But
it made him pretty famous though. Like he was no slouch, you know.
No, he was good, but he said he was doing a show, and Sinatra was like, Sinatra could like see through him, like this is not the real Richard Pryor. And he said after that he just felt like he wasn't real, and then he just became
Sinatra. Yeah. That's interesting because Sinatra was like kind of like known to like have comedians open for him.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, Tom Dreesen, if I'm saying his name right. He was at the Comedy Store.
Oh, Tom Dreesen.
Dreesen, yes. He was at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, and I went and listened to him talk about comedy. And he was saying how Frank Sinatra would like, if you were like, "Hey Frank, that's a nice watch," he'd be like, "Oh, this watch here," and he would just give it to you. Shit like that, and like he would just manifest shit. Like Frank Sinatra was a big manifester, and he like believed that like the more you gave away, the more would come in. It was kind of like a surreal like information about that, like about him. That's pretty crazy. I mean, pretty interesting to like know like Frank Sinatra had all these like great comics around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's amazing, man. Yeah, because he had the Rat Pack. Well, no, Sammy Davis was really a comedian, but they did comedy too. Like, didn't they like do comedy and sing and dance and all that stuff too?
Tom and
no. Well, I mean, like Frank Sinatra and the whole Rat. Was he part of the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, or no?
I wouldn't know. I'm not. No, I wouldn't. I'm not that. I just know little tidbits. Yeah. I just know little things I hear, and they're probably not even right either. They're like, that's not Frank's. I'm just making shit up. Just dropping fake knowledge. It's all fake news. Man, what was I? What's the best comedy advice you ever got? And then I'll tell you mine. You go first, and I'll tell you mine.
George Wallace. So I met George Wallace when I was in LA before I was doing comedy, and he said, "Hey man," he was like, "I've seen you here probably like 6 or 7 times." He was like, "You want to do comedy, don't you?" I said, "Well, I was thinking about it." He said, No, you want to do comedy, man." I said, "Okay, yeah, I do." He said, "You should do it." He was like, "Man, you got a nice smile." He's like, "You'd be the biggest thing in comedy. Biggest thing in comedy." He said, "I didn't say you'll be funny, but you'll definitely be the biggest thing."
Yeah.
And then he was just like, "Hey man," he said, when you ever decide to do it, he was like, "Be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. Just be you." And it's simple advice, but it's one of the best things.
That is pretty much the best advice I got too, but it was packaged in a different way. I met George Wallace at the Dirty at 12:30, and he did some like he basically was just working out new jokes off a freaking notepad, murdering. George Wallace is a murderer.
He's a murderer. People don't understand. He's a beast, man.
And did you know he used to be Jerry Seinfeld's roommate?
Yeah. I think aren't they like best friends or something like that?
They got to be pretty good friends. I mean, that's when you and we talk about writing a script. That'd be like a funny script too. Like maybe that's like what we like write now that we're older. We can't be like young comics, but maybe we we were like both divorced or something, and we have to. They take all of our shit, and we're like stuck in like this like apartment in New York or something like that, and we could write
that'd be hilarious, man.
And then you're snoring. I'm fucking beating the door down. I'm like, Camero. But yeah, the best advice I got was I was sitting there. I was in New York City with Mitch Gill and Eric Walensky, and for some, I don't know where Eric was, but Mitch and I were walking down the road in Greenwich, and like I seen Dave Attell outside of the Comedy Cellar, and I'm like, man, I should say what's up to him. And then I was like, oh, I was all nervous. I was like, well, what am I going to bother Dave Attell? You know what I mean? And I was like having self-doubt, and I was like, oh man. But what I realized was I was like, oh man, I really should have said something. And I was like telling Mitch, I'm like, I should have said something. Let's, and he like hit me and he goes, look. And I look to my right, Tracy Morgan's in an SUV with his window down, just bumping some music, right? And I like look over at him. I'm like, Mr. Morgan, I'm like, I'm a stand-up comedian. And I look up to you, and he goes, no, you're not. And I go, yeah, I am. He goes, I just did the Grizzly Pear. And he's like, all right, I'll tell you what, you gotta get up on there and you gotta be you. You can't be nobody. Kind of pretty much the same thing. You guys, when you can be you, your third eye will open up. And I was like, thank you, Mr. Morgan. Like, oh yeah, like.
No, dude, that is the best advice, because only you can be you. So you go up there and you're just you. Like, you don't try to be anybody else. You don't try to be anything else. Just be yourself. And some people, not everybody's gonna gravitate towards it, but a lot of people will. You'll find your audience.
Well, and that's definitely like was helpful to me, because that kind of point in my career was like, people will kind of like people will want to tell you what you can do in your act. They want to be like, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way. And I'm sitting here, I'm doing a ton of crowd work. I'm just kind of like improv, and I'm making up, doing stuff on the guitar, and I'm like hearing people like, oh, guitar comic, like kind of just talking shit, you know what I mean? And then talking shit about about doing crowd work, and like to hear him say that, I was like, yeah, I guess I'm just being myself, so that was like, it was almost like a nice like stamp on it. It's like, you just do what the fuck you want to do.
Exactly, man. That's it. I remember doing this show, like when I first started, it was in Compton, and I was doing these jokes that did not relate to me, and I was just making shit up, talking about how I grew up poor and all this stuff. Like,
just make it, you were rich as fuck.
Yeah.
Your dad was a piston. You're like, yeah, dude, I had to blow up balloons and
They're looking at me, and people see through that. They're like, this dude is not who he says he is right now. So,
they definitely know.
Yeah,
they definitely know.
They can see it, so.
Here we go. We got some people popping in here. What up, bro? What up, Adam Malk, my homie?
What up, Adam?
My homie right there, who helped me build the original stages that we stand on today. Up here. And then Virginia. Oh, okay. She said, I saw your advertisement for your show at Benchwarmers in Sandusky. That's going to be a great show. I believe that is 12/9. Virginia, good to see you. Looks like you had a baby, Virginia? Look at, congratulations. Look at you with your baby hanging out right there, and a dog, a little golden retriever. That's what's up. Hopefully you're doing well, Virginia. Dude, yeah, I like that. I think that was like some pretty good information anyway. So how long did it take you to start being yourself? Or was it like a one night, or was it like an evolution, or?
Yeah. After a while, I say within like the first year, I just started saying like, oh, I took a comedy class. Shout out to David Arnold. Rest in peace, Mr.
Rest in peace, dude. And he was blowing up too.
Blowing up. For those of you guys that don't know David Arnold, first of all, I took his class back in 2012, and he was still like, like a good comedian or whatever, but he wrote for Tyler Perry. He's wrote for Fuller House. He was responsible for that show, that girl Lele that's on Nickelodeon still is the #1 kid show. But he was blowing up, like he had he was on his third Netflix special.
Yeah. I remember seeing him at the Haha North Hollywood, and because I was there, you were working the door. I was fucking pretty much doing whatever they needed. I was like getting ice and like freaking taking tickets or doing Facebook marketing or doing seating people or who knows. I mean, pretty much I did everything that I served, whatever. And but like I remember seeing him and like watching people graduate his class. And then it wasn't until years later I seen he had all those Netflix specials. I was like, holy shit, dude. This guy is killed, because he was always funny.
Yeah, he was always funny, but he's somebody that put the work in, and I'm so glad that he was able to reach that pinnacle of success before he passed away. You know what I mean? He was an amazing dude. So I would go up and perform, and in his class, he'd be like, Cam, stop, that didn't happen. And I'd be like, what?
He just tell you
that did not happen. He said, talk about and he's the one that really got me like, he said, you know, because you have an interesting story. He was like, you know, your father played. He was like, did you play sports? I was like, no. He's like, you should talk about that. He said, talk about shit that's real to you, like your real life experience. And it was because of him, man, that everything I say is real from a real standpoint. You know what I mean?
Josiah said he was a really dope and cool dude. And then
shout out to Josiah. Josiah is out here performing at every club in the country. Book me, Josiah.
Yeah, Josiah. Let us open up for you.
Come on.
There we go.
Man.
Jay McQuillan from Orlando, Florida, baby. We are freaking worldwide. We're nationwide there. Yeah, and you know, rest in peace, David Arnold. He was awesome. Yeah, here we go. Virginia Farlow is following up with her. Yes, I had a baby, 7 months old, married now, and I saw you at the Brentwood when you were setting up. I was working the draft beer when you got there. I gotta come see another show of yours. Come out. I won't be at the Brentwood the next show. Billy Ray Bauer will be headlining there. Detroit's Best Comic 2017.
Billy Ray, yes, man, it's
killer.
Out here. He's a monster.
But I'll be back in March, I think. I'll be back in Cairo, Michigan. So, but you can also check out any of these other dates that are down here. Bay City State Theater. That's going to be a great show. Let me see. Sandusky. Yeah. Come out to the Sandusky show. That's where it is. Josiah said, I'm with Michael Collier on a touring feature. I'm trying to get on the Future Comedy Show. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, book Josiah. Josiah's good, man. He's a lot of funny, and he has a lot of club experience now. He's working with Michael Collier big time. You know, that's his.
I'm watching him. Yeah. I'm watching him. I see what's going on. I keep an eye split.
But Josiah, I never get him booked anywhere. Will you tell? I don't book my own shows. I just get booked.
Yeah, Cam ain't got no pull, dude.
I ain't got.
He's fucking working the door at these shows. He's a fucking fake security guard still. He ain't got no pull. This is funny. Stan Brooks, what's up?
Stan!
We got Stan Bank, baby.
Stan, you better not say nothing about me either, man.
Funny Stan. Yeah, he's always talking shit. He's like, oh yeah, Cam Rowe, big time, and Cam came and called me back.
Stan, my wife loves Stan's girlfriend, man. So like we always hang out now, and they're like best friends now, dude. They're always there.
So you're stuck with Stan?
I'm stuck with Stan, man. We go to the same church now. Stan's my official brother now, man.
That's what's up, though. Hey, at least you gotta, they're friends, and you can actually like the people that she's friends with,
right? Right.
That'd be the worst to have, where you like have to hang out with the other dudes, and you're like, I don't know.
I know. Oh man, that's what I've been there before. You know, your wife like, yeah, go play with him. I don't like this dude. Come on,
go play with him like you're a kid again. Like, go there and play in the sandbox.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. So the Josiah, you're on the tour, man. Send me some open dates, man. I'll try to get you on a.
I love Josiah. Act like he's never booked anywhere. He'd be like, book me here. I'm like, dude, you gonna be in Florida next week?
Yeah, Stan and Cam back together again until Stan called him a cuss word. That's funny. That's funny. Josiah's so clean he doesn't even swear in the comments.
Right.
Look at that. Right. I like that. Yeah, Josiah. I see you doing your church shows, man. That's what's up, dude. And that's my advice to all the comics out there. If you're watching, is that there's no right way to do it. Is you can find your lane and go, wherever you want to go.
Josiah about to text you right now and say, "I'm not just a church comic. I'm a comedian." I bet he gonna go on a tangent right now.
He go, what's up, bitch, motherfucker? Just let me know he's got it in the can in the thing. Yeah. So yeah, we get laughing. That's good. Yeah, man. I seen you, Josiah, fucking rocking your shit. So, and I keep an eye out. That's the thing is, people, they got their own. Everybody has their own path of going to do shows. It's like, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice for everybody who's winning.
Wait, hold on, man. Hey, I need you to be quiet. I'm doing an interview. Okay, I'm a star. I need y'all to be quiet. Okay. Sorry.
Who's that?
My oldest. Acting like I'm not doing an interview.
He's about to turn off your internet.
I know. He's like, whatever, dude.
Two of my favorite people. What's up, Jimmy Dunsmore? Hey,
what up, Jimmy? Jimmy, that's another funny dude, man.
Yeah,
funny dude.
I actually had him host for me in Port Huron this weekend, and I don't think I've ever actually seen Jimmy do comedy. Dude, so I was like, you know what? I was like, I'll give it a run. I'll see what he's got. And then he murdered, dude. He crushed. He's like, Because I didn't know even he was doing comedy like that. Like I thought, like
everywhere he go. I seen Jimmy like, who the hell is this dude? Like he was just killing, like to the point where I'm like, man, I gotta go up here and give it to him now.
No,
he out here killing it.
He did. For real, I ain't lying. No, I wouldn't say it. Yeah. He ripped their dicks off, dude.
Yeah.
And then Mike, teach me how to play guitar. I'm gonna just play gospel songs.
Look at Josiah trying to make it any way he can.
Yeah, yeah, man. G and C. That's all you need to know. Some G and C. Get on there. Get on Marty Songs on YouTube. He'll teach you everything you need to know. That's the funny. You can learn everything on YouTube now. You don't have to take a class. YouTube. Look. Stan said, "Have a good night. I have to go over all my bookings."
So Mike, I got to shout out Stan, man. Stan is a funny guy, man. We got to get you should book Stan too. Stan.
I'll book Stan on all the ones that Al was on, and we'll take it over the spot.
We said he replacing Al.
Yeah, that's funny. Stan Bank. Okay, I'm back. Look at that. Cam Rowe is the millennial Mike Jeter.
Come on, oh, that is funny. That's hilarious.
Dude, Mike Jeter's an OG, man. I love Mike Jeter.
Mike,
and he's doing it.
Mike is out here
hustling.
Man, dude, I call him he's the Barry Gordy of comedy right now. He's killing it, man.
He's everywhere. Let me see. Stacy said, "Damn it, I missed you all again." Well, the good thing is, Stacy, you can rewind it and watch it again. That's the good thing about this live cast. It'll be on there. You can watch as many times as you want, and you can keep commenting. But most important, you can remember you can get tickets on my website, mikeball.com. This Friday in Oscoda, this Saturday in Midland. Come see Cam Rowe, Eric Walensky, Steve Cass, and Nicole Melnick. 5 comics for $20. It's going to be a great show. Come out. We'll have I don't know. We'll have a good time, man. And hey, that's all I can really say, man. You're gonna have.
It's the last time I'm doing the show for $20 tickets, because next year, me and Mike, we gonna blow up. Tickets gonna be $1,000.
At least $22. I'm telling you, for inflation, at least $22. Right. I'm like, I'm putting too much value. People are getting too much value. I think that. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to provide value. I'm trying to provide value for the audience so that they can see a bunch of different comics. Of course, I want them to come see me, but I want to showcase these people that are working hard, like you and Nicole, Steve, and Eric. I mean, you guys are all fantastic. Actually,
dude, Nicole, I see Nicole everywhere now. I mean, and she's fairly new, right?
I think she's been doing it for 5 years at least.
Yeah, I mean,
and she won the best comic in Lansing the last 3 years. Yeah. And there's some good comics in Lansing too. So
yeah, there's some real good comics in Lansing.
I don't know, maybe Nicole's rigging it or what? I don't know, but no, she's been killing it. But hey, my iPad's about to die, so we gotta rock out of here. Because
die too. That's funny.
That I tried to charge it up as much as I could, but I'm gonna see if I can do another live cast on Wednesday with everybody that's on the show. Would you want to come back and do it, or are you gonna be busy?
Yeah. No.
Okay, maybe that we're gonna do a Thanksgiving episode where we go over what we're grateful for and about just more Thanksgiving stuff. Can I steal and share the comments y'all made about me so people hear I'm no joke?
That's right.
Yeah, Jimmy.
No, Jimmy. Stun on everybody.
Well, they're gonna see you on the lineup because you're gonna be doing another show, Jimmy. That's that you're gonna be on some more shows, and that's how you do it.
Mike Ball said you are official.
Yeah, Cam Rowe is super funny. I gotta book him before he charges me too much. Yeah, you guys could
book me in the church. I need 5 minutes at the church.
Well, that's the thing too, is you guys could do a church run and friggin' clean up, do the mega churches, man. That's what it is.
Dude, I did some churches before. That was fun, man. I didn't realize how,
I'm riding with Stan to Midland. Okay, Josiah, you more than welcome to come in. Josiah, you can come. No charge for you. I'll get you in and Stan. But there's not any guest spots. There's 5 people on the show already. Just to give you a heads up. So usually if you're a comic and I haven't seen you yet and you come, I try to get everybody on stage. But when there's 5 comics, that's already a lot. Oh, here we go. What venue will you be at when you're in Davison? I'll be back at the VFW in Davison, same place I was the last time. And I'll send you if you are on the list there, Karen, for anybody in Swartz Creek, I'll email you out there. Last but not least, that's funny. I'm riding with camera. That's funny. Hey, I'm just being honest. But I like to get people up. I like to see people. But I mean, when there's 5 people on the show, there's nothing I can do. I mean, you can't just make a too long of a show. Any last words for the people that are watching back home, Cam?
Listen, man, I just want to say to the people, I love y'all. Be yourself. That's the main lesson. Be yourself, and that's it. Let's go Lions.
Oh, hell yeah. And let's go Michigan. Ohio State, you're fucking going down, baby.
Hell yeah. That's
what's up. And then Peggy says, I booked Cam. I'm smart.
I love you, Peggy. Thank you for booking me. Yeah.
Damn, Peggy. Just leave me out in the cold here. Out in the cold. Yep. Raising the prices now. $22, Peggy. Come see me. All right. Well, hey, Cam, if you want to stay on for 1 second, we can wrap up after this. But for everybody that watched, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what we're doing here, like and share the stream, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a fantastic evening. For the Future of Comedy Show, Cam Rowe and myself, peace be with you.
Peace, y'all. Thank you.
Uh-oh. My computer froze. It's not ending. I switched it. I switched us. Let me see if I can end it. I got to end it on my iPad. End stream there.